Hey, what's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Cameron Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
It's Thursday. We talk love on Thursday. What's going on, good people? It is Let's Talk Love Thursday, and I am your favorite love prescriber, Miss Love Doctor. And where there is love, there's always inner beauty. So y'all already know what's going on with my beautiful co-host.
Hey, y'all. Hey, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
We got beauty on the beat in here, and yeah, this is where love meets beauty, and we have real conversations about matters of the heart as well as with a solution base, because we could just keep talking what we're talking about. If it ain't making no money, it ain't making no money.
Period. Okay.
But it ain't about
Let 'em
money.
know.
It's about solutions, and I just had a real good, deep conversation with my co-chair of the NAACP Health and Wellness Committee, and we just had a real good conversation about life and what's going on and how we feeling, and we came up with a whole thing. So with all that being said, be sure to comment, drop some hearts.
Yes, please.
Share the show with your people. 702-551-5261. If you'd love to be a part of the conversation, we'd love to hear from you. So you already know what the deal is. It's a safe space, but you make sure you keep it respectful, because, baby,
love that.
We don't disrespect you, so don't come here trying to do that. Just,
don't do that.
Share your peace, but be peaceful.
Ooh, say that.
I hope y'all ready to talk some love with us, but we have to do our check-in. So if nobody has told you that they loved you today, we would definitely like to be the first.
We always want to be the first. Well, we don't want to always be the first. Let's not.
No, yeah.
We want to make sure that you know that you guys are loved, and we appreciate
it's 6 o'clock
y'all.
in the evening. I hope you heard it a couple times today.
True. But remember from us, just remember.
But from us, right here at the 6 o'clock hour, if nobody has told you. We want to do that. But before we do our overall check-in, because we do check in with each other, we got a guest of love in the building.
Right.
And
guest of love.
In reality,
guest of love.
I think he's like a celebrity, but I didn't know.
Okay.
I think so. I think we got a celebrity here.
Okay.
And
you're real modest with it. Okay.
I really don't even have an introduction, and I don't really even know everything he does, so I'm gonna let him tell you. But I'm gonna talk about the relationship we're formulating before we start, right?
Okay.
You meet people, they say they for a reason, they for a season, or whatever the situation may have you. We met, he told me what to do. I said, okay, I did it. And then everything went the way it went. But we never was like, hi, my name is, and do you want to be my friend? No, we didn't say that. But, you know, when we met again, it was like, oh, I remember him. You know what I mean? Couldn't remember his name. I remember him. I remember something. And I had to talk with him and this and that and the other. And I was like, I know where it's from. And then we just was chopping it up. And we got a real special project that we working on together. And he's going to be our guest today. So I want y'all to give it up for the one and only Just Be.
Just be you.
What's going down? What's the deal? We got to get you tapped in. Yeah, microphone check.
Microphone check. One.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds good.
There
I
we
got
go.
excited
There
now.
we go. Okay.
I got excited now. Thank you for having me, ladies.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah.
being here, for sure. Like I said,
Yeah.
I didn't know you was a celebrity when I met you.
Shit, I didn't know I was a celebrity.
You did?
I did.
You better know that.
He humble. But I'm figuring it out. I'm like, okay, I know people that know people. That's cool.
Yeah.
But let the people know who you are. Like, who's the man? Who's Just Be? So they can have it straight.
I go by Just Be Speaks.
Okay.
I'm the CEO and co-owner and founder of Under the Hood Productions. I also own Podcast Me Now, which is we focus on podcasts only, building it. That's my newest brand. I'm the podcast guy in the city, right?
Okay.
So like I create, build, manage, promote, and market podcasting. You know,
Wow.
all the way around. Yeah, I
My
absolutely.
friend connected.
I
Okay,
absolutely love the
period.
podcast. Videography, photography, motivational speaking. I teach the youth. I'm an author. I'm an artist a little bit. I got a couple songs out,
You
but
got some-
everything is geared towards the mental health world, motivation, smiling, laughing, and motivating on
Okay.
a daily. Everything that I do, and we're working on Miss Keys' The Love Doctors special
you.
project. It's gonna be amazing.
Period. I like how you said it. The
Yeah.
Love Doctor.
Yeah.
People be Dr. Love or,
Yeah.
or Miss Love. No. Put it.
I mean, I know it's all love and respect. They just say it however they want to say. You
Man.
can correct them 100 times, and they're gonna be like, "It's Dr. Love" or whatever. But it's all
The
love
Love
and
Doctor
respect.
sound better.
Right? That's
Yeah.
why I said, I'm like, it rolls. What you mean? Like, how can you say it any other way?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
LD.
MLD.
Oh, yes, MLD.
My license plate. But yeah, on the front. But anyway, so we're gonna do a check-in, and we usually check your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. But as now, I just feel like it's befitting the freestyle. Just let me know how you feeling overall. Like, you could take any realm of whatever. Just how are you feeling right now?
I will take it to the guest first because we are.
I got an
you
answer.
know, yes. I just
I'm
feel
always
like
ready.
this-
Right now, I'm kind of half and half. You know,
Okay.
like that half and half tea.
Oh,
You know,
boy.
half lemonade, half sweet tea.
Oh, yeah.
That's my
Okay,
favorite. That's
Arnold
my favorite, by the
Palmer.
way.
What's
Arnold
it?
Palmer.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I'm a little Arnold Palmer right now.
Okay,
right?
okay, that's my favorite.
And only because I'm just it's just amazing that we're here to talk about what we are here to talk about, because that's why I'm half and half, right?
Okay.
I'm in the middle of learning, even having the capability, the opportunity to co-parent, right? So, and my kids are out of town type of thing. So having to deal with that's been heavy on my heart lately. But then I have days like today where I wake up, hit the gym, everything is good. I go and do a documentary, stop, do a whole interview, go back to doing a documentary, and then now I'm on the show. And then from
Busy,
here,
busy,
I got
busy.
another thing to go do.
Okay.
So when I have days like that, I consider those my good days. When it's a lot of chaos going on, those are my good days. You know.
Okay.
So if I'm
Yeah.
being honest, I'm about half and half.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
but when I turn on this mic, I feel good. So
Okay.
Yeah,
You like
yeah.
being behind the
Soon
mic.
as you hear
Yes,
yourself
ma'am.
in your
Okay.
ear, baby.
It's a different. I'm like, dang, did I
Yeah.
really sound like that?
right.
Okay. I
Make the
never
hairs
knew
on the back of my neck stand up.
Yeah.
Look, That's you.
That's
That's
me.
you.
Oh, you got a radio voice. I'm like, do I? Okay.
And when I don't know, I can't remember. Ben at your interview was like, "I'll be at home chilling, watching my show on YouTube." I'm like, "Me too."
You do.
I do. I will go back 2 years from now and rewatch our shows and just keep
That's
watching
dope,
them forward
man.
and critique and look at different things, and and then I'll be like, "I'm kind of funny."
I need to do that.
Kinda. You're
kinda
more
crack
than
myself
that.
up.
You're funny.
Yeah, I've never watched one of my
Funny.
shows.
Let's have a
What?
watch party.
We can do that. That'll be tight.
We having a Just Be Speaks watch party. Y'all better tune in. You might have to
Tune
buy a
in.
ticket. But how you feeling, friend?
I'm feeling good. Minus, this traffic with Formula One because I work on the strip, so it was kind of like, and I work where it's passing right by. So I'm just happy that I am off. My weekend is done. I don't have to deal with it. I made it here on time. So I'm feeling like really refreshed and, ready for the seasons. Like I have to get my thankfulness coming in because next week, it's not just because next week is Thanksgiving, but I want to be thankful that I'm still here.
Yeah.
That I'm here to, grow and advance and just and it's almost my birthday. It's just be like other things, just like you feel me?
Coming there.
So I'm just like, okay, I'm growing up,
growing up is real.
right?
That was real right there.
Yeah.
For real.
No, and she knows I've been saying that I literally have been growing pains. And I just been in this space of like I don't even know how to explain it. It's just been so much on the inside. I feel like my empathetic meter is off the chart. And it's like, how do you bring that thing back down? Because once you care that much, it begins to be too much internally. And so I had to realize that this is the last quarter of the year. So we in that last stretch. You know what I'm
almost
saying?
there.
It's almost my birthday. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you are growing up. Like you're literally growing up. Like right now, what you're feeling, and I always call it my tornado. I have 4 seasons, all the 4 quarters. I can feel something shifting, and it just don't feel so comfortable. But when it comes out, it's like a tornado. It's some destruction, but then when the dust settles, you can see what needs to be repaired, what needs to be fixed,
true.
what needs to be rebuilt. And I think that's the phase I'm in, like in the repairing and the rebuilding phase of things. And so I think literally my body was taking a breakdown to be rebuilt.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
You can see the clarity now.
it's starting to be very clear. You know what I mean? And it's almost like on a spiritual level, it's like, okay, if I'm feeling like this, what is calling on me? What is pulling on me? Is the ancestors like all in my ear or what? You know what I mean? To the point where like, all right, I know what I need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it becomes clearer and it's starting to become very clear. Like, you are Ms. Love Doctor.
MLD.
And you can't lead with anger. You have to lead with love. So I have to fill that cup up
Okay.
in order for it to pour out.
True. Yep.
So that's how I'm feeling.
I'm glad. It's getting better.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
The way she said it, though.
Because it's been a little rough,
But it's always because when you're that always light and the positivity and the person that like everyone is sticking all of their sticky notes on you, right? And because you absorb those sticky notes, you don't just let them sit on you. You actually absorb them. It's like you want to be able to like, what am I feeling? What am I?
Yeah.
So it's like I love that you're able to see that and you're getting there. You got this, girl.
Okay, we got it. All right, so now that we got that out the way, we moving through this thing called life, and let's be honest, sex is a big part of life. Not necessarily the way that some of us deserve for it to be, but because society, let's be real, society puts pressures on us all the time and over sexualize us as men and women, and that's a serious topic that needs to be touched on all within itself. But today we're talking about what comes out of the sex.
Ooh. Okay. Well, okay.
Even though majority of the time what comes out of the sex is not what you really was anticipating or wanted and or planned for, and it was carelessness maybe sometimes. And truly, I feel like some people just don't give a damn. They just shoot up the club. They don't give a shit, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And
But yeah, that's why I thought. I'm like unplanned. When people say like, "Oh, we didn't plan," I'm like, "But you put it in there and you did not do any of the
Right.
Like, you know what it's for. Like, I don't know. Maybe because like I was talking about it today. I seen my sister at 10 have a kid, so I learned that is what sex is like. So you could just plant somebody's seed and then we supposed to let it grow, and then we gotta go through the pain and take it out. Nah, I'm good, fam.
Yeah.
Miss me with that.
Yeah.
I wait.
This
Nah,
is going to
for
be a
sure.
great conversation.
I'm just saying, man, like legit. I'm like,
But I mean, it's a sensitive topic too.
it is.
Full transparency. There's a lot of topics that have, like I just told y'all what's going on that's been touchy for me.
Girl,
And but this one is real because there's a gang of humans out here that's pretty damaged off of the fact that some two people wanted to have sex. And I was very young when I figured if I was to get pregnant, whoever dropped this baby off, we was gonna be the best of friends. You know, you was gonna have to figure that thing out. Whatever that thing looked like for you,
Yep.
I didn't see it no other way. So it was like, God provided. He knew wasn't nobody gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? And it was gonna cause some havoc, and I was gonna act up. I know me because I know what I wanted for my child. I know what I didn't want for my child. I knew what was the absolute outs. You know what I mean? Like I knew from what I experienced. So it was good, because I just wanted to make sure I had a healthy human overall, and I think a lot of people don't think about that when it comes down to this sex thing. So we're going to have a trigger warning.
yeah. I'm about to be triggered.
I may say some
I'm about to be
things
triggered
that
too.
you don't like,
Man.
but they're just all my opinions. You know what I mean? So, because men, I do feel like these are all your children. They came from you directly. And I feel like y'all so proud about this child coming out of your nutsack.
Say it, girl.
But yet
say
and
it.
still, you just keep dropping them off. All the kids shoot up the club, and But then women, I need y'all to know this might be a trigger warning for you too. Y'all ain't safe either, because you feel that you carried them, that they're yours,
Oof.
and
Talk-
they're
talk
not.
to 'em.
They're not.
Oh, yeah.
Nutsack to egg. Nutsack to egg. Whose is it? You can't have a baby with a man. So, full trigger warning.
Yeah.
Everybody across the board.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm
All
ready.
right.
I can't say she looked at me because she know.
Okay.
But I'm not doing it be like, that's my kid. That's my kid. No, them your motherfucking kid.
It
Get
grinds
your
my
kid.
gears when they
I
be
don't
like,
that
my
either.
son.
Yeah.
It's almost like a whole song to the my part. Like,
Yeah.
my son. Like,
Yeah, my
get
child.
your damn
my
son
this.
then.
But
hate
you need
that.
to take care of our child, your child. It's only your child when we need some money. I don't like
yeah.
that either.
Yeah. So let's break it down. Y'all know we got to break down the meaning of it, then we can talk about it. So, parenting is the activity of bringing up a child as a parent. Let me know y'all with that definition.
Say it.
I think that's trash.
How? That is,
The
What-
activity of bringing up a child as a parent.
The activity.
Parenting.
it takes action and activity in order to. You can't just say you a parent and you laying your ass there. That
I
is-
understand.
Yeah, I
that
think
to-
it's
so
I
to
think it's
me-
more to it than just bringing up your child.
The
I mean, but
activity
the
of bringing
Webster
up your
definition,
child.
I
Oh, okay.
feel
The
like it's
activity of
trash.
bringing up your child.
I think it's trash.
It's the activity of bringing up your child.
I feel like
Because
it's
it's
a
almost
very
like bringing
subtle.
them up from where, bringing them up to where, bringing them up to do what, bringing them up how. That's where we're so confused now.
Okay,
You a
'cause
parent because you can bring up a child.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, so
It don't-
that's
I-
just a part of
Yeah,
it,
okay,
like, because
yeah.
the Webster wasn't going to be like, okay, because, they always say there's no book, but my friend be like, yes, there are, bitch, you could read
10
it.
million books. YouTube and Google. Like, there you have no excuse not to be a good parent at this point. And that's just my opinion. Again, don't get upset. How y'all be. But co-parenting is the sharing of the duties of raising a child, usually when the parents are separated. That's the definitiones.
In layman's
I
terms.
don't know.
Well, can we discuss the meaning of a parent
Yeah. I
first
let's
before
talk
we
about
tap
parent.
into this? Because
Yeah.
I'm a little different.
I'm there. I'm here with you. It's you right on track with the
Okay,
conversation.
okay,
because
okay.
That definition, I was like, To bring up a rock? I mean, what? You feel how you feel, Fred. I feel how I feel.
I'm okay with it. I'm just saying, like,
your face is talking.
It's not. Nah, my face is being good.
But what do you think is to be a parent?
I mean, it don't necessarily have to be the kid came from my nutsack to your egg or whatever, because that's not the case in my situation. I'm not that kind of parent. I've never had kids out of my nutsack, but I have 2 beautiful children.
Okay.
We got that in here too.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like a parent is any individual that takes on the responsibility to have that action, the proper actions to bring up a child, into greatness, though, and to show a child what real love is, to show a child what loyalty is, what trust is, what hurt is. Like, we need to know it all the way across the board. You know what I mean? That don't mean go hurt them, but teach them. But teach them what it means and how it can make them feel, so that we can then prepare them to be able to take that on when it happens. Because we live in real life. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, so
I feel like as a parent, I'm a coach.
Yeah.
I'm learning that.
Yeah.
As a parent, my job is to teach you how to be whoever you're supposed to be.
Yeah, whoever you're gonna be.
To give you the tools that you need to play this game called life.
Facts.
Right? Whatever, like, I always like the Kanye documentary of how Kanye really loved his mama and how his mom really showed him who he needed to be, right? For himself.
She poured into him.
And she gave him the tools to be who he needed to be.
Yeah.
The confidence, the experience, like, all of that is my job as a parent, to introduce that stuff to my children, to talk to my children, to be involved with my children. That is my job as a parent.
Yeah.
That's why I only chose to have 3. I thought I wanted 8. I was tripping.
8.
I thought I was tripping.
Before I saw the light, I did want 7. I wanted a solid 7, only because I wanted my kids to have a dope little sibling squad.
Okay.
Like, and when I go, like, they would have each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not just 1 or 2 to lean on. But
that's 15 between the 2 of y'all.
Yeah.
We would have been deep, girl. We would have had a compound. We would have had a compound.
We'd be having
been
fun,
good.
though. I feel like me and my kids would be having fun. So.
Still all around the world.
That's amazing.
I had enough to afford to take care of them, because that's another thing. You gotta
be able to provide for them. That is a natural fact. And so, I think y'all did a good job on what parenting is, definitely. But I think parenting is understanding that you are the core provider of a person's emotional space. Ooh. You're a core provider of a person's mental space. How they view life, how they see life, how they handle conflict. Their level of affection. Like, you're the first line of defense of who this person is to the core. All the external things is another factor of their environment, but your internal environment is that you are the 2 people who made a decision, through an act or not, like you said, made a decision to be a core provider of a person and their overall well-being throughout life.
And I used to say, like, well, how I used to look at my mom, like she was my God. Like, if I didn't know religion, this is the first person that I'm learning from. I'm like in tune with, like, is somebody at the door. It is something that I assume, like, that's, you know, I thought she was perfect. I thought they were, you know,
like, you hold them at this high
because
space.
Because she was what I was fed off of. She gave me she gave me life.
Yeah.
She gave me the essence of her. All of my beings was growing in her body. Like, I was growing in, she protected me. She shielded me from the outside world in order for me to grow into a baby, to come out, to be able to do all that thing. So that's, like, legit how I feel about, like, women in general, that not all women are supposed to be mothers, but I just still feel like that is something that should be respected.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think it is. Mothers are highly respected.
You think so?
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? Maybe it depends on from world to world. Because your world is
So
a lot.
what world?
The world through my eyes is a lot different than the world through your eyes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So your environment and your surroundings may not be the same as mine, but the women that I know was well respected. Like
Okay.
now even though they may have been cheated on or something like that, but overall though,
That's respect.
no, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I just said
well respected.
maybe if they would have been cheated on and all
Oh, okay,
that.
okay, I didn't hear
you
the
know what I
maybe
mean?
part.
Even if
Okay.
they were though, that's just those select people that disrespected them, right? But overall, every male friend that I have that has a mother in their life, their mother is highly respected. We hold them at a high level. You know what I mean?
Okay. What
Like,
about the friends that you hang with and their children's mother? Because, boys, men will always love their mamas, but they won't necessarily, not saying all, but a lot of men will definitely move on because this is the topic. I ain't trying to go moving on. I'm just saying, like, I know men who respect their mom but don't respect the woman that they had kids with.
Yeah. I don't know.
So to me, that's a mama. Like, you made her a mother.
Yeah.
You know?
All of my friends, all of my friends are with their baby mamas. They're now their wives or whatever the case may be. Yeah, so like
She wasn't ready.
I was.
I'm just very careful with the company I keep. That's all.
That's a good
Ooh.
thing. And everybody don't have that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I'm not with my baby mama.
That's
And
okay.
that's so cool though. I respect it.
As long,
Yeah.
But if you take care of your children, that is totally different from you not being with your child's mother. Because to
Yeah.
me, that's respect of you still respecting her to know that, hey, my kid doesn't deserve for me not to see a relationship that is not good. That won't work,
Yeah.
right? So to me, that's being honest with your kid.
Yeah.
When they get older, they'll understand that.
True. Now, a man that disrespects his woman,
Ooh.
I feel like that's a form of disrespect to your mama too.
Yeah.
Because if your mama brought you up to not be like that, she's for sure gonna show you how to treat a lady.
Right.
And then you still out here just dogging. You know what I'm saying? Like you just
Yeah.
out here dogging people, dogging women and stuff like that. I feel like if you can disrespect your woman, you might as well just be disrespecting your mama. You ain't listening to nothing she talks
I
to.
don't think it's a lot of people look at it like
Thank
that for
you.
sure.
That's-
You said something that I don't know what you said, but I wanted to touch on that. Dang. Oh man, y'all was in it. Y'all was in it. I lost it.
Yeah, I got you. Think about it. I got you.
It was so good.
And this is me. What I say?
Yeah.
You did.
So
because
like
it was
I was
something to
raised
go
by
back with
queens.
that. Yeah.
You know, my whole life. So
You were what?
I was raised by queens.
Okay.
That's it. No man.
Yeah.
I never was raised by a man. I don't know what that feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yet you're being a man to your children, so that's a.
Trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
The best way you can too.
I like how you said trying because don't stop. I feel like a lot of even if like in certain situations we know that sometimes women make it difficult for the ones who try. But I would rather know that my dad tried for me versus just gave up.
Yeah, and it's a lot of people that give up. So that's I think another topic because listen,
I'm a trigger.
like I said, that the whole dropping the kids off and leaving thing, like that's a thing. And once I started, I used to look at it like like as far as females, like, well, you did carry the baby, without you, the baby wouldn't be formed into a baby. Otherwise, it would just be a nice little creamy substance that people like or dislike. But these are really children in this substance. You get what I'm saying? That creates one of us. And so then I started looking at it a little bit differently, like, no. It's they kids. I say, I bet you every time a man busts a nut, and they make a child and they have no other choice but to be the sole parent, I bet you.
They would our laws would be so different.
Listen.
Our laws would be
That's why it's not
so
a law.
different.
They don't even have to get birth control, fam.
Exactly.
And it comes from them.
Exactly. I was like, y'all really trying to rule us? That's why I was like,
Why do you ladies feel like that? If you don't mind me asking.
why?
I feel,
I had the baby. It's mine. It ain't yours. Well, what's
Yeah,
that
well,
I
about?
didn't say that.
I
ain't
can't-
never.
Ladies in general.
I would say they feel like that because, and this is just me coming
Okay.
from an aunt.
Okay.
I don't have any children.
Okay.
But I have been a mother to many.
Ooh, say it.
And it's a lot of people who have children and they really don't want these kids. Like I said, you had sex. It was great. It was passionate. But then a child came out of it. And there's a lot of things that go into that. And I think it becomes a form of power and control.
It is. It is.
All of a sudden, I have this power over you. It came from you.
Mm-hmm.
So I might even blame you, hate you, want you to be this person or whatever that looks like. But now I have this sense of power. This is the baby I incubated for you.
100%. Because again, a lot of men have the ability to control the relationship, whether we're in one or not. Right? So I think that some women would think that, oh, he put a baby in me, right? Or this, like, this is how I'm going to be able to gain control back. Because most of the time, women who find a man that want to be in their child's life, that's who makes it the most difficult.
They make it so difficult.
They make
They
it the
do.
most,
They
and
make it so
I
difficult.
see it.
I see it.
And the ones that really ain't about nothing, it's like they keep having them. They keep going from one to one to one to one because they really want a piece of that person. And if they can't get that man, they will dolt. Is that the right? Like they will want to be over that person's child.
Yeah.
I've seen mothers who like, how do they, like, it's a weird affection to their sons because they still see their mate that don't want them in their child. So they give them a different type of love because they hope that they can get a piece of that man in some way. I can't have you, but I want your lineage. I want to be able to see you. And then because I want to be able to hurt you, I'm going to not let you see him.
Just to hurt you. Go ahead. I feel like
I'm just saying.
I feel like you should just let him talk.
I'm listening because you a man. I don't have.
Yeah, this is a good time right now because I feel it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just gotta kind of tell my situation a little bit, if that's okay.
Okay.
Then maybe because it's co-parenting, but they didn't come out of my
Okay.
They ain't come out of my boss. You know what I mean? Again, I'm like you. I don't have any kids, like biological kids of my own. No. My daughter is 9. My son is 14. I've been around my son since he was 1. And my daughter has my last name, right? So I named her. I was there when she was born. But when me and my ex broke up, then it was like a disconnect. It was like, oh, she like told her son that I'm not really his dad and stopped calling me dad, start calling me by my real name. You know what I mean? And then like the little girl, I'm pretty sure she said crazy shit to both of them. But my point is that I'm not even their actual biological father.
Yeah, that's fucked.
But all I ever wanted to do was be there. And she still make it difficult. She still made it difficult. So now they live in Arizona. I live in Las Vegas. Well, I'm in a relationship out here. So I be wanting my kids to come out here and visit. And she's like, yeah, but they can't come to your house.
Where
they can't come. They want to go. She wants them to go to my mama's house.
So they're not, it's like they're not safe with you anymore. Why?
Exactly. I don't like that dictatorship. On, hey, if I had kids with you, I'm gonna let. If I know that I can't control the parameters of what you do.
Yeah.
My kids, I chose to have kids with you. Rather, if they eat pizza every night, that ain't on me, fam. That's not.
Yeah.
Like I've learned that I don't want to micromanage my man if we ain't together. If you want to start another family, do that. If you want to do that. But I'm dropping them kids off. I'm not. That ain't. You're gonna have your children. You're gonna be able to have access to your kids because I know growing up without a father, to me that was whack.
So she told me. She said, the reason why I don't want to bring the kids to you or whatever and let them stay with you is because you don't know how to be alone. I said, wait a minute. So in order for me to be a present father in Las Vegas with my kids, then I have to be single, or I have to uproot my whole life and go to Arizona.
And
so it's hard as hell.
And still be single.
Still be single.
Yeah.
So it's hard as hell.
It is a control.
It's
control.
And my thing is, I mean, shout out to you because in reality, you could have easily said, "Let me choose myself," because I want to be 1,000% transparent. When you don't have a child, and you take someone else's child in, and then you take that child from the person, that shit hurts worse than lose. I don't know. I can't compare it to anything, but you mourn that thing. You mourn that loss of that child. So in reality, the love that you trying to give is so much control in that, to a point where you could easily be like, you know what? I'm going to choose me. I'm going to let them kids come to me when they ready. And it almost relinquishes everything that she's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you for even staying in it. For even being a man. Being a grown-ass man that wants to instill love and security and emotional health and well-being into somebody that you didn't even birth. That takes a huge heart and a wonderful person to do something like that.
That's fucked up. I ain't gonna.
I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you your flowers. For sure.
Oh, you out of pocket. I'm like, look, my legs is gonna go.
Nah, because it's just a battle I've been fighting for so long.
And this is
why fight?
You know what I
this
mean?
is my issue with men or women. Like, to me, that's foul. You boosie for that. Like, you feel me? Like, it's real parents that want the support and love, like, and
begging for the support.
And I would
begging
rather have
for the support.
5 daddies. I would rather have 4 mamas, because I've had a lot of people that mothered me, that parented me, right? And I respect that. That's why most of the time I do respect people, a man that did not. That shit about to have me like pissed.
It's like this, right?
Pissed.
So,
like, if my brother,
it takes a village.
If I see
anyway.
my brother going through shit like that with a female, I will want to drag her, and I can't even fight. And that's like,
when you put self love,
it's annoying.
When you put self love and you telling the whole world like, yo, at some point you got to choose you, right?
That's what I said.
You're a priority, right? But it's like, damn, when do I choose me? Because if you ain't gonna never let this happen, if it's gonna always be complicated,
14
then it's like, at some point,
You
I
had
gotta
that baby
choose
since
me.
you
Yeah.
want.
And them kids know. Those children know the love
when
that
they
you
get
have.
older, yeah.
When they have the right to make their own decisions, they usually do. Because let me tell you something about children.
Yes.
They need certain things, and a lot of the bullshittery that people put in it, it has nothing to do with the safety and security of a child.
Thank you.
You know, and they know what love feels like.
And
I
they
think
know
I
who
feel like
gives
people
it.
act like kids are these empty-headed, empty emotion,
Yeah.
little vessels until a certain age, and all of a sudden it kicks in. No, this is who they're born emotional beings, so they
Yeah.
can feel
They can.
real love.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
They mama make me feel stupid for wanting to be there. It's like that.
Like, why you want to be there? Like, these ain't even your kids, and I can hear
But
women
because
say,
you're being there.
Women are like
because
that,
you're
though.
being there.
Yep.
What I mean is she make me feel stupid for trying to be there because it's so fucking difficult. Excuse my French, to be there. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like I'm trying, but it's only gonna work the way you want it. Well, no offense, but like you live a regular lifestyle. I'm really in this thing. I really do entertainment. I travel everywhere. I support people and I motivate people. You know what I mean? It's like you don't want them to be around that.
Yeah.
That's weird. My bad, y'all.
It's
You ain't got to
okay,
move the camera
man.
though. Everybody can see this. I'm
It's
dumb
okay.
transparent.
No.
You know,
she
but,
was getting you some tissue.
Yeah, but
It's real. It's a real, and I appreciate you being vulnerable and allowing your much,
exactly.
because he didn't even know what the show was going to be about today. And I
Ooh,
was
I
like,
got the
we
chills.
talking about co-parenting. He was like, I need to be on there. I was like, I got to let E know.
yeah. I just need help. I just need help on how to deal with it.
Yeah, and I
Talking
might not
about
have
it.
the best approach, but my grandmother, I feel like she said the most wisest thing, and I was probably about 20. And I watched my oldest brother, like fight for his child. Police called on him for just coming over there. My brother didn't touch nobody, didn't harm anybody, didn't even say a word, honestly. So there was no verbal abuse. He walked in the house. He put his son's snowsuit on. He's like, I'm taking my baby. She calls the police. Police say, sorry, this is her baby.
See, and
This
I
is
just
her
feel
baby,
it's
and it's her
wrong.
rights, and you got to take her to court, and you got to. And I watched my brother do that. You know what I'm saying? So my grandmother told him, take a step back. Just take a step back. I'm not telling you to remove yourself from his life. She said, take a step back, because she gonna need you. Because parenting is not easy.
It's not.
And when you steadily trying to apply yourself and you still sending money and you still showing up and you still doing everything, it gives them all the power and control. She told him to take a step back. And when she said that, I'm thinking like, what is wrong with my grandmother? And he did what she said. And I guarantee you not. That circle of us picking him up on Fridays and the trauma and him not having a bag and no clothes and all of that. That baby packed his own bag.
He's here again.
You hear what I'm saying? The food. We got some food out there. And he's and she came forward. Okay. She ended up coming forward because she needed. She knew like even if my grandmother said even if she don't need you to do nothing else but give her a mental break, she's going to get to a place where she's gonna have to relinquish that power. And I was like 20 years old, so that gave me already the game on how to like push and pull. Like when you give to somebody too much of something, it's like they'll take the reins. So I was like, that was interesting. You know what I'm saying? So even
it sets us women back though for the ones who really want someone that is involved. It don't have to be about money. Okay. There are people that just want that aspect, but I would rather you be able to pick up your kids every day. I would rather you be able to, if I'm working and you staying at home with them, making sure that their homework is done, that you are teaching them how to fold clothes or doing their homework. Like that should be enough. Yeah. In a lot of spaces, right? It's not especially until you can, because again, it shouldn't just be on the woman to figure that financial part out. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that we have to understand that the value of two people that our kids both have in them, right? Because that's what I love about me and my husband. They don't just get one emotional part of me. They get to see two people and they like, oh, well, I kind of act like dad in this. Oh, well, I act like you in this. So they have that sense of like, who am I? And I feel like it's a lot of things as a kid I didn't know. I'm like, well, is that like my dad? I don't know. I ain't never seen that nigga. Like I've seen him, but like I don't know him enough to even like shed a tear on something because you did not make yourself present in my life. So to me, it's like,
Let me read this comment. Okay. We got Lost Souls in the house. What's up?
Hi, y'all. Oh, we talking about a good comment.
It's a lot of good comments, but I know we so deep into the conversation, but I just happened to look down and see the first few things, and it says, I can relate to you, bro. It said, it took several years for me and my son's mother to get a healthy space, a lot of maturity and truth look in the mirror before change will become. So the thing about it is that there's so many people, and I'm not just going to make this about women and men, but we have you in the house with your situation, but because there is some women too who are deadbeats, and there's a lot of single dads out there too, but I guess a space. I definitely think it's a space for it, because for me, I think a lot of the things is that coexistence and having co-parenting. I had to do the research. It took me a long time. I was almost late for my appointment with him, but I wanted to make sure I touched on a lot of good points. That where did co-parent come from and when did it start? And I knew where it started. I just wanted hard, concrete research, right? In the early 1990s, it started. We weren't co-parenting. We had 2-parent households. You know what I'm saying? So we knew that was the foundation of our generations was to have 2 people in the house. And we may not have had all the right tools because we had a lot of things against us, but we all know what happened in the early 90s.
They made what?
I mean, the childhood adverse experience where they inserted drugs. They took took away loans and jobs, and they put homes. Drugs and guns and alcohol. They made welfare. They gave all this characterization of black women. Then they inserted some mental health things in there and traumatic things in there, and community just broke down. Yeah. Because now you got the guy who used to play basketball for high school. He was the all-star. He was on the team. Somebody said, here, try this. And now he the crackhead. Breaking in your mama's house and stuff. So it's just, I wanted to make sure we tapped on the fact that we as a community weren't always co-parenting. So when I see all this men against women and black women, y'all do this, and baby mamas, they say this, and it's your fault the kids turned out like this. Like, we still have to remember that this shit came from a foundation of something that was implemented to make sure we were this way.
True.
So at this point, what are we going to do about it to change the narrative?
We got to change the narrative.
We have to, because literally we're the next generation.
And our kids are already seeing it because they're dating. They're about to start a whole nother generation.
A whole nother generation.
So,
And these kids
ooh,
are-
So it's
that
like, are
shit
you
is
sending
like-
your kid out there emotionally unsafe
Ooh, girl.
so
and-
emotional intelligence play a major part.
Very much.
inside the home
Exactly.
with your parents?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With your aunties. How does your mom and her sister get along?
Ooh, shut up.
That plays a part. Because they, you know what I mean? They are looking up to you. They're
They are.
looking up to you. They have you on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? I remember growing up, like, my mama could be like, that sky is green. I'm like, this lady is lying. But
Yeah, I'll go
I
with
love
you.
her, because, and I'm going to just act like it's green too,
Yeah,
because
oh, I see it. Girl,
mama.
like, sis,
It's-
you know
it's
that's
blue
great,
out there.
right?
It's blue out because like you said, they couldn't do any wrong. But the Florida conversation, I think that right now we should think about some solutions, right? I have everything that we supposed to talk about, we didn't even talk about, and I feel like the last couple last couple of shows have kind of went like that. But we did touch on the first thing that we were going to talk about is toxic parenting. I don't think that a lot of people realize that they're toxic as fuck.
Yeah.
They think they're a great parent.
Really? I think if they are toxic, they know that they are.
You think
And
so?
Very much so.
I beg to differ.
I feel like at home or maybe out in the world, they want to portray one thing, but most of the time when you stink when you stink. I mean, that's just how it is. People, may not want to admit it to like somebody that may know you stink too, but
I mean, I just work in real life situations and they don't think they're the problem.
really,
I'm just keeping it real with you at all.
Yeah,
like nothing.
Fix the kid because I'm good.
Oh,
And I always tell the parents, like, so did you come here to get the house fixed or the window?
every time that I see like issues with my children, I look at myself. Like, not saying like every issue that they have is me, but I have to look at them in that lens of what was I doing? Why did I do this? Why, like, does that look like my daughter is me? Like 100%. So I know that. And it's like, even when she's feeling stressed and how she gets emotional, even when she don't want to, like, these are all things that I've learned as she got older, that these are me. These are my coping mechanism, or how I am around my mom. I'm a lot like my mom,
Yeah.
like,
You pick up a lot of their traits, even the ones you hate. You be
yeah.
like,
Man.
I ain't gonna be like that. And you be like,
Exactly.
damn.
My daughter act like my baby mama. Ooh, I be like,
hey, my husband said like she did. I'm like, she 13, start doing real, like, hey, we trying to tell you like, okay, you need to do your homework. She throws her phone out. What? You threw your phone at my mama? Out like on the thing, like here, you take it. Oh no, we gonna have a conversation. No, baby. Like, that is something that, hey, you're trying to test the waters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let
Yeah.
you know it's rocky right there. Right there, that's rocky. Because that's my mom. Just like I want, like,
Yeah.
when you get older, it's a respect type of thing. Like, you ain't
Yeah.
gotta, what? Give me that.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. but that is seeing that, hey, you're being a little snappy right now and your emotions is all over the place. I'm gonna let you know you can feel those emotions, but your emotions will always have consequences no matter what it is,
Right.
good or bad. And that's real. I hope that we go to and have like some solutions, because I really do feel like as men and women having children, you do have to have those conversations about, to me, I feel like if I have a son and me and my husband wasn't together, I would want, at a certain age, my mothering has to stop. Not have to stop, like, but me mothering and me nurturing in that way has to look different. And if we're not, I'm gonna let my child's father take the reign. Like, what's that? What's our movie? Boys in the Hood. That was a real thing. She needed to let him go to stay with his daddy.
Oh.
He needed to figure that out. That is something that I feel like women should make sure that if you're not with your child's father, if you have a son, they need to wake up to their daddy. They need to go to sleep. They need to see him grind. They need to see him handle conflict. They need to see all of that.
I think the problem is with women is that they may want to do that, right? But look at the men that's what men gonna really be the example in the world we live in now. It ain't any good men.
That's not for me to do. You got to figure that
You
shit
know
out.
what I mean? But as a mom, they don't want to put their child like, okay, it took my mother a long time to make me go live with my dad type thing, right? Which was a mistake. My dad's a street nigga. Like, you know what I mean? That ain't nothing. He ain't finna show me nothing. He ain't finna show. What he gonna show me how to sell drugs?
All right.
How to be a
It
pimp?
would have been like, nah, that's okay. That ain't me, Dad.
How to be a pimp? But but just like you said earlier, we look at our mothers like, yo, that's my goddess. So we want to be able to look at our fathers like, that's my king.
That's the king.
This is what I
And
can
then,
trust.
and if they send you with the dad, and the dad is not the emotional safe space you need, you start to resent the mom. You sent me away. You didn't want me.
It's a slippery slope.
It's
all
so
the way
many
through.
things you got to look at that in these type of situations. Is like, are these two people the best people to raise a new human being?
True. You should know that
Fully.
before. You should know that before you do it, though. But
You should, but do you?
don't. But you normally don't. I remember in 6th grade, I tried to give my daddy a chance, like legit. I don't know this nigga, but I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm gonna move in. That's when I kind of knew how guys were. He didn't even still get to know me. I lasted 6 months. I was in an unsafe environment. So for me, it was like, I did it. I tried it on my own to even be like, okay, let me get this nigga a chance. I'm gonna be cool.
Yeah.
So as my adult, I'm like, bro, you ain't never been to nothing. You ain't never been nothing to me. I'm not saying you ain't nothing, but you've never been nothing to me.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can't mourn. I can't cry. I can't be mad because I tried to do that, and I'm the child.
Right.
What else you want me to do?
Yeah.
And that's
what
where
I'm
I'm
saying.
like, again, at a certain age, 6th grade, I felt like I was old enough to really try to figure that out. I don't know why. I felt like, okay, like I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Let me see how this is. But it also shaped me how I see men,
Yeah.
how I view men.
Yeah.
It's bad, but I mean, I needed to see that.
To see what?
I needed to see that some men, 'cause I ain't gonna say men, let me be careful. I'm gonna say that type of man uses women to just have a roof over their head and go from place to place, bed to bed, and try to insert. I thought he was taking care of 3 other kids. I'm like, how do you have 3 kids and don't take care of them but not me? I learned that he didn't do none of that. He was just a person in a place getting sex and getting a roof over his head and being able to put whatever he can help with this lady.
That's a squatter.
Boom. So for me,
So
it was like
bomb,
that just
and
added another notch. I couldn't trust these
somebody
men.
who, like you said, it creates such a long-term effect that I don't think nobody takes an ounce of a second to think about. Like, regardless of what you got going on, like the fact that people can literally walk away from their child or co-parents in a non-healthy way. It's like, at what point in time are you thinking about this child?
Yeah.
Or is
You
it all
want
just
to.
about yourself? And I see a lot of selfish shit going on
Yeah.
out here, and people are really, really wrapped up into they self. You know what I mean? To the point where we be having debates about, should you be able to drink a glass of wine when you're pregnant? Well, the doctor said you could drink a glass of wine. Well, the doctor prescribed you opiates too. So,
Damn.
you know what I'm saying? Do you give a shit about this new embryo that has never drank liquor a day in its life?
Oh my God.
We know it's poison to us, but you will
Right.
give it to your baby. But this conversation has went all over the place.
Oh shit. Man.
So we're going to have to bring it back because it's a lot of things that I'm very adamant about touching on and making sure that we definitely have solutions to these type of things. And thank y'all. I know we got a lot of comments. I'm going to come in these comments and I'm going to answer every last one of y'all because I usually do. So if you make a comment, go back and check because sometimes I definitely go back and make sure I comment in there too, whatever you're saying, because I see them going, but the conversation was flowing. And I thank y'all so much for choosing to talk love with us today. You could have been doing anything else. Make sure that you guys tune in next Thursday. It's Thanksgiving, and we're gonna be doing some modification around here. So we love you.
Hello.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
Oh.